Welcome in or welcome back. We're going to do a quick love reading. So pick a pile, either the frog, the tiger, or the turtle. Pause the video if you need to. Pick your pile, and I'll see you at your pile. For those of you that chose the frog, you got the self, inner patterns, and personal readiness, and it was in reverse. I just flipped it for the pick a pile because I didn't want anybody to not pick it because they saw it was in reverse. Okay, so the guarded wall, toxic, emotional shutdown cycles. The healthy form of this would be boundaries that protect, not imprison. Anecdote, they built a fortress after betrayal but forgot to leave a door until someone patient knocked. So Spirit is saying that, like, there's somebody waiting for you on the other side of this wall that you've built. And you need to actually, like, look out the window, maybe actually build a door so that somebody can get in. And, yeah, let's see what this person, what their character archetype is. We got the Puppet Master, operates from the shadows, manipulating events and characters to achieve their goals. Dang. Okay. So, they're a real go-getter, okay? That's what I'm getting here. And then we'll pull tarot. Maybe get a little more on who this person is. Oops. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. So this person's going to be between the ages of 30 and 50, in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. They're going to be very grounded in their expression of their femininity versus their masculinity. They're going to have brown hair with highlights or gray. Their eyes are going to be hazel or green, and they're going to be very patient and cultivated. Okay. Now, because this was in the reverse, and this is typically talking about, like, movement, effort, like, achieving goals through effort. So I'm actually getting here that this person is actually the one that's holding themselves up. They're hiding because somebody is spreading some type of gossip about them, and they don't want to put themselves out there because of that. So after pulling some more cards, this person's actually going to be a decoy. They're being used as a decoy or a diversion. And your real person is between their 30s. They're either in their 30s or their 40s. They're very nervous and guarded. Their hair color is going to be dark brown. Their eyes, dark gray or brown. And they're going to have a lot of anxiety, but they're, like, super smart. So that fits in with the whole, like, in hiding kind of thing. But there's some type of diversion energy in your presence currently, or about to be in your presence. Spirit wants you to not fall for that. So basically, fate is gonna happen no matter what. It's gonna be unexpected, however this plays out. It's gonna be very unexpected, but it's something that you can't prevent happening. And essentially, it's saying fulfilling a prophecy in an unexpected way, okay? And then we also got the god is persuaded by the character. So that could have to do with this whole puppet master thing. Your true love is going to be persuaded to come forward, essentially, is what I'm getting. And yeah, that's all I have for you. This is just a little short reading. And you know what? Actually, let's throw some Astro Dice real quick. So we got Jupiter in Cancer in the 9th house. Okay, so I had to pause for a minute. I'm not sure where I left off, but I think we did enough for this one. Oh, wait, no, we were doing... Okay, the astrology dice. Alright, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer in the 9th house is an exceptionally auspicious period for expansion, higher learning, and spiritual growth. Because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, expresses its best qualities, wisdom, fortune, and nurturing with ease, power, and grace. For those experiencing this, particularly Scorpio risings, whose 9th house is Cancer, this is a golden year for exploring new horizons and deepening one's worldview. And some key themes are leaps of faith, protected. This transit acts as a net that catches you if you have been planning a major change. Trust your instincts, nurture your growth, be patient, and don't preach. Share things with kindness and empathy rather than dogma. And last but not least, I pulled a card from my spell deck to see what could help you call in this love into your life. So if you want to screenshot that and you could try out this ritual, it might help you, especially if you've been having nightmares. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile 1. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye! For those of you that chose pile 2, welcome to your pile. Let's see what Spirit has to say about your love life. The unexpected. So if this was in reverse, it'd be chaos entering, unprepared, but it was in the upright. So a surprise that changes everything. Love shows up where you never thought to look. So let's see where you need to look, where you should be looking. So this person coming in for you is going to be the silent observer, speaks little, but their actions or the few words they do utter hold significant weight or insight. So that could be why you're not looking, is because there's somebody in your life that's like very quiet and you never would have thought that they hold the keys to your heart, but apparently they do. So you might want to check that out. And we're just going to pull a tarot to see if we can get some personal identifications. Physical identification. 8 of Cups. So this person's going to be in their 30s or their 40s. They're going to be very dreamy and idealistic in their approach of their masculinity versus their femininity. They're gonna have medium brown hair, and it's gonna be wavy. They're gonna have green eyes or soft brown eyes, and their vibe is gonna be very emotionally complex. So they may appear to be very, not multifaceted. I don't know. I can't think of the antonym for the proper word, but they may not be on the outside, but on the inside, there's a deep well of emotion and thoughts going on. Let's roll the Astro Dice real quick to see what else Spirit has to say about the situation. Yeah, so we got Scorpio in the 11th. the moon in Scorpio in the 11th. So it's like hiding this deep complexity, and they probably care about humanitarian stuff. And you never would have thunk it, but sometimes you got to ask, right? So that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this helped, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye! For those of you that chose pile 3, welcome to your pile. So let's see what Spirit has to say. The hidden, unseen forces, subconscious, spiritual, and emotional underworld. The shadow desire. Okay, so it's in the upright. So raw, honest passion would be the interpretation for that. Someone wants you more deeply than they admit, even to themselves. Okay. So the toxic form of this would be possession, obsession, unhealthy longing. So there's someone who, like, you don't know that they're into you, or you do know, but they won't admit it. Okay, let's see what the character archetype is of this person. We got the mournful avenger, seeks vengeance for a personal loss, driven by sorrow and rage, often questioning their own motives along the way. So they might be hung up on some type of grief, something that happened, and that's why they're not paying you much attention. Alright, let's pull some Astro Dice. I don't really know what you're supposed to do in this situation, so let's see. Neptune in Aquarius in the 9th house. There might be, okay, in the 9th house. Okay, so this transit often indicates a time when one's worldview is profoundly, sometimes confusingly, expanded or altered, leading to a more compassionate but perhaps less grounded outlook on life's purpose. So challenging beliefs can come up, questioning existing structures, rules, and dogmas to replace them with more human-centric, progressive thinking ideologies. A strong, sometimes unrealistic desire to unite the world through travel, social causes, and humanitarian efforts. A desire to make education more accessible and innovative, often incorporating technology or focusing on social consciousness. A movement away from rigid, traditional religious dogmas towards a more universal, inclusive, and progressive spiritual understanding. So you might be idealizing this person, and they're hiding like this really dark side to themselves where they're like seeking revenge. They might be involved in some type of like Punisher type of stuff, if you know the movie or the comic book character, the Punisher. His whole family got unalived, and then he went on a huge revenge spree, okay? So this person might be closed off to any type of love because of what they've lost, so appealing to them on this level might help. Maybe getting involved in some type of volunteering, community service, and inviting them might help for them to be able to channel their rage in a more constructive manner, to meet more like-minded people. Anything to do with traveling and humanitarian efforts is definitely going to help out. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's all I have for you, pile 3. If you'd like some more elaboration, leave a comment down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!